Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel where we talk about plants and we try to grow them the best way we can so that they grow how we want them to grow. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, hit the subscribe button. Let's be plant friends. So today I went to a plant swap at my local library. The library is being renovated, and so that the houseplants that they had in the library, they were like giving out back to the community, and also doing a plant swap so that people from the community can get together and swap plants. So this was like the first one they've ever had, first plant swap I've ever been to, and yeah, so I didn't know what it was gonna be like, what kind of plants I should bring. The flyer just said, you know, outdoor or indoor plants, and just make sure that they're pest-free, labeled, and in the vessels that you're gonna be giving them away in. So, yeah. So I made a video of me like prepping some plants from school, and then I had a bunch of cuttings from home that like have been in water for months, mostly like common philodendron scindapsus plants that are already rooted and in water. And so I brought all of that stuff. I also brought some little small macrames that I had because I have too many of them, and small little 2-inch pots that I had painted that I have, again, too many of now. Just as like a, you know, come look at my plants and take what you want type of thing. So yeah, I did come home with plants that I didn't give out, and I did bring home a new plant to me. So yeah, it was exciting. It was small. My boyfriend did get like a little clip. I'll insert it, I guess, at the end. I think he started recording it in the vertical position and then decided to switch. So it might be a little weird, but it'll be at the end of the video, and you can kind of like just see the setup and see my little table. And yeah, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you the plants that I didn't trade or give away. And yeah. Okay, so when we first went to the library to like kind of like set up, there was a little tent and a couple of tables. We had brought our own table because I had kind of a lot of plants that I was bringing because I didn't know what it was going to be like. What ended up happening is there was a lot of outdoor plants that people brought. Like they brought like hostas and irises and other plants that they are like redoing their garden, their outdoor garden, and have excess of. So there was a lot of outdoor plants, not too many indoor plants. There were a couple here and there, but yeah, there was a lot of outdoor plants. So I didn't really pick up any plants, and the way it kind of ended up happening was like people would just go up to the plants that they wanted and would take them. It wasn't really like a trade or a swap. It was kind of like you put the plants out on the table and people would just take what they wanted. It was cool. It was a lot of fun. But with that, there wasn't a lot of house plants, so there wasn't anything that really caught my eye. There was one plant, and I did go and get it. So I'll show you that also at the end of all of this. But yeah, so now I have all of these propagations. I have some stuff that are rooted in water. Again, it's like mostly common plants that like I have around the house that need to be trimmed up because they're getting too long, and I just stick it in water and, you know, eventually make a new plant. And then I have a couple of fresh cuttings that I took for the plant swap in anticipation. There was a lot of planty people who showed up. So I will take you down and give you a little quick overview, show you the plants that I have, and then this way, if anybody does want to trade, you see what I have already cut, and we can set up a trade over on my Instagram at Kelly_Hoya and figure something out. Alrighty. Okay, so just a quick little overview of what I brought home. My sister actually made this little sign for me and printed it up and brought it up to the plant swap so that people could scan it and check out my YouTube channel if they wanted to. A couple people did. It was cool. And also we have a bunch of sleeping animals. It's mid-afternoon, so everybody's taking a nap. And then we have all of these guys. So I guess I'll go through them real quick, just show you what I have, and then show you the plant that I brought home. And then that's gonna be it. All right. Okay, so first I'm just gonna show you the plants that I have rooted in water. So I have a philodendron micans. We got a bunch of roots on that, and I kind of just put this guy in this little macrame just to show people what the macrames were and how they work. The crowd was older, and so they were more into the house plant, the outdoor plants, and gardening and vegetables, which was cool. It was cool to talk to them and kind of learn some stuff. But yeah, so I also had a bunch of these macrames. They're just simple, like blue and black, that I had lying around, so I brought those up. But as you can see, we got a little micans doing really well in the water. I have a Scindapsus pictus argyrius doing well, also rooted well. I have a Philodendron Brazil doing very well with tons of roots. I have a Cebu Blue pothos, bunch of roots, doing really well. A Philodendron Jade, a bunch of roots. This is like the fullest one because in my care this is like the fastest growing common plant that I have, so I'm constantly cutting her and putting propagations in water. Scindapsus Silvery Ann, doing good. We have some good roots going on. A Philodendron Neon and Jade, or the lemon lime mixed. Just a little bit of both in those. They're also rooted nicely. Like a Marble Queen pothos, a golden pothos, and there was some string of turtles. I just had it. This is kind of like my mixed propagation vessel, and I just threw it all in one and called it like a little mixed plant. Alright, so the next are the cuttings that I took. So the first one is the Philodendron Ava. It's got 2 leaves and a new one coming in. Looking very good. I put in, for my little tags, because that was like part of the rule that had to be pest-free and labeled, I used these colored toothpicks, or not toothpicks, popsicle sticks, and the color kind of bled out, which I guess I just didn't think about it, but it was just funny to see like the different colors coming through. But yeah, so there's that one. I have a Hoya Burtonier cutting. These guys have been in here for less than a week at this point, so there's not too many roots, but I'm sure they will root. Variegated Peperomia scandens. Look at that leaf. Beautiful. I have the Philodendron Painted Lading top cutting still doing well. It was very windy today, so I kind of kept everything in boxes, so I'm sure it wasn't easy to see certain plants, but I wasn't going to be chasing plants around as they got knocked over by the wind. I have a Hoya australis. Alright. The Philodendron Red Emerald. Such a pretty leaf. Philodendron White Stripe. See the new growth coming up. Very pretty. The Peperomia Blonda. This guy is like, if you want a Ruby Cascade, a Peperomia Ruby Cascade, get this one first. This one is a lot more hardy and resilient than the Cascade. The Cascade definitely drops leaves like very easily, where this guy will hold on to them a little bit longer. Look how pretty. The only thing is the backs of the leaves are not red, but the stem is red, and it's still really pretty. Next one is a Monstera Silvipicana. I have the Lace Vine. Each one of these little offshoots will produce its own plant. So I have a couple in there. Peperomia Hope. Looking really cute. I love this leaf. So pretty. Global Green Pothos. So pretty. Philodendron Brantianum. This guy does like to stay moist, so I'm a little nervous keeping him in perlite, but I do have like a decent amount of perlite at the bottom, water at the bottom of this perlite cup. So pretty. I still have both of my string of arrows or daggers. Looking good, looking good. I have the green Peperomia scandens. Just nice, solid green leaves. Very pretty. Very fast growing. The Philodendron Silver Sword with a baby new leaf that came out and popped out while we were at the, popped open while we were at the swap. I was very nervous because it was very windy. But so far looking good. I have a Hoya linearis. I have a Neon Pathos. Ahoya curtsii with a bunch of new growth coming in. Nice green stems. Scindapsus silver splash. Very pretty. We have a new leaf coming in here. Ahoya crimson queen. These leaves, nice large dark green leaves with the white variegation on the edges. I have another Scindapsus silvery, and this guy grows very fast. I'm constantly cutting it. That's why I have like a water propagated one, and this cutting as well. And I think that's it. I think we covered them all. Okay, so those are the plants that I still have and I'm willing to trade. If anybody's interested, again, go check me out on Instagram, Kelly_Hoya, if you want to set up a trade. And yeah. Okay, so the plants that I want to show you that I got from the library, it's actually one of the library's plants that they were just giving out to the community because they didn't have room for it while they do the renovations, is this. Look, it's Dracaena marginata, and it's big, it's full. It's been cut a couple times here and has sprouted this new stalk, and if you could see, maybe not, but we're starting a new little stalk here, so it's gonna start branching out. They pulled this out and they put it on the table, and I was like, okay, and you know, I walked over and I was like looking at it, I was like, I like this one. And yeah, I took it. So this is what I brought home. I'm very happy about it. Yeah, it's cute. My cats have already tried to start chewing on it. I've had to bat them away, but so far so good. And yeah, it was really fun doing this plant swap. I would really like to go to other ones, and like, yeah, it would just be a lot of fun. It was really cool meeting all the people there and talking to all the people there, and I can't wait to do it again. So hopefully there'll be some more in my area, or maybe I'll try to set one up. I don't know about that. Don't hold me to that. But I did think about that. I don't know where I would, but yeah. So it was fun. All right, so the dogs and the boyfriend are starting to snore. It's gonna get loud soon. So I am gonna say goodbye, and until next time, relax, plants, and peace out.
Yes, it is. She just read a whole bunch, and it's also known as the Swedish. Right? I want to say it's a Swedish ivy. I heard you were back. Yes. Oh, no. Yes. Awesome. Yeah. I'm going to stop in on a Tuesday. Oh, good. Yeah. Okay, Tara. Just hydrangea, or you want some phlox too? Okay. Rebecca too?
Yes.
You want Rebecca?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. No more than that.
Okay. Just walk it in the ground.
We owe that little plant too.
That's right. It is a weed. You're right. You're right. You're going to have to you're right.